So there's this line in the 2016 Illumination Entertainment film, Sing. It's not even a line, it's a throwaway music lyric of an old song from the 80s. And it's said by a character who's not even in the movie again after she says it. But this non sequitur pop culture reference made by an utterly inconsequential character represents literally everything wrong with the film industry as a whole in 2022. And it's bugged me for like 5 years now, so with the recent release of the sequel, I'm finally going to talk about it. This is the line that makes me despise these movies. Doesn't that boil your blood? No? Just me? Let's hear it one more time. Are you getting it? No? It still sounds totally fine to you? Well, allow me to explain why this line is not only incorrect, but indicative of a greater trend in movies that I just find downright repugnant. The kangaroo bit is part of a scene in which the movie is presenting a variety of animals auditioning for this singing competition, which of course ends up being meaningless because the movie won't take a stance on anything and the characters all just end up working together so no one's feelings get hurt. But that's a topic for another video. But the bit in the audition scene is that they're making animal jokes that correspond to the songs that the animals are singing. That's the whole premise. That's the movie. And they do it right for the most part. They have frogs start out with, a song about jumping. And frogs jump, so that checks out. They have the sheep singing Kiss from a Rose, which starts with a very strongly enunciated because that's the sound that sheeps make. And then right before the line in question, you have a beaver singing about how he works 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5. Because he's busy. Like a beaver. You're starting to see the pattern? Which brings us to the line in question. And let me ask you, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of kangaroos? That's right, Kangaroo Jack. And where is Kangaroo Jack set? Australia. So obviously, in this kids movie about animals and music, the logical joke is to have the kangaroos sing a song by a famous Australian musician. Easy, no? Then why the fuck do they have her singing the song Safety Dance, an 80s hit song by the Canadian new wave band Men Without Hats? There's no connection here lyrically or regionally or anything like that. Why is this the joke? Well, I have a theory. There was another band who was popular around the same time as Men Without Hats. And like Men Without Hats, this band was also an all-white, all-male, international new wave band. And they had a similar eclectic vibe. They even have damn near the same name. Men preposition noun. That band is Men at Work. And if you're not a fan, I'll let you in on a well-known secret. Men at Work are an Australian band. In fact, they're basically the Australian band. They were the first Australian artists to simultaneously have the #1 album and the #1 single on the US charts, and the single was called Down Under. There's zero doubt in my mind that this was the intended reference here. Clearly, they meant for the famously Australian marsupial to sing the famously Australian song about being from Australia. Not this random other song by a similar sounding band with a similar sounding name. But Illumination doesn't care. I'm sure somewhere in the production process, someone, an audio engineer, a script writer, a voice actor, an assistant, literally any one of the hundreds of people who go into making a $75 million big studio movie, probably noticed, at least to themselves, that this was a mistake. But are we really gonna grind production to a halt to re-record the lines and remix the sound and get legal to get the rights to a new song and reanimate the mouth to fit it? That would require work. And we're gonna make a small nation's GDP's worth of money on this movie no matter what the end product is. And you know why? Because look, there's a massive ensemble cast with all your favorite celebrities, one each member of the family will recognize, and they all play talking animals who make pop culture references and sing popular music from every major genre of the last 70 years. There's everything for everyone. We don't have to write good characters or a good story or jokes that make sense. We've got enough recognizable IP and celebrity star power that the quality of the content is irrelevant. Now, who wants to buy some merch?